Hi Collective, it is Yana and I'm back, okay? I was directed today. Spirit is giving me too many messages, okay? I am directed today to dedicate this video, okay? To my fallen twin, okay? I mean, this has been a journey, okay, for me. It's been a huge journey. I'm not going to say too much about the background, but I want to give you some, okay? This particular person, we didn't grow up together. Like when I was about 10, something like that, 10 or 9, we met. I think 10, maybe 11. But my mom knew his family. And we were close in age. He was like 3 years older than me, right? So we were like little girlfriend, boyfriend, right? And shortly after that, maybe a few years later, something very traumatic happened, okay? And we were separated. Okay, and some years went on, right? And we just lost contact. And then at a certain point, we started communicating again, right? And then something traumatic happened again, okay? Very traumatic. I do accept fault for that situation in terms of the part that I played, okay? But my twin also played a part, and primarily lack of communication, okay? And yeah, maybe that's all I'll say right now, okay? But then later, approximately, let me see, about maybe 30 years later, something like that, okay, we met again, right? And I had forgotten about the situation, you know, that had happened. But he didn't, right? And rightfully so, you know, and, you know, I feel remorse for what happened, right? It shouldn't have happened like that. And I can imagine, you know, how painful that was for many, many decades, right? And I said many, but yeah, about there, yeah, I can imagine how painful that was, right? And the hatred that could build up in one's heart, right? Okay, but we talked about that situation. And I asked, you know, I apologized, but I asked if they were feeling, you know, bitter about it. He said no, but he was, okay? But that's the background, just a little bit, right? But the things that occurred, right? So I believe that he initially came in with animosity in his heart towards me, right? But he love-bombed me. I could see certain signs, right? But yeah, I have a certain way about me of observing people, right, in situations, right? So, you know, I guess in my heart, I was trying to give him a chance to do what was right? But ultimately, I believe I was drugged, okay? I believe, like, I was out for like 4 or 5 days, okay? If I wasn't used to freaking being poisoned, okay, it would have took me out, okay? He slept with my sister. My sister is very hateful towards me. She's been wanting to oof me proudly all my life, okay? I recall one time she told me how she was very jealous when my mom was pregnant with me, right? Because she was the baby. And she told me that, right? And she said how right after I was born, she looked at me and told my mother, you could have got a better one, okay? Okay, so that's a part of it. And even just growing up, there was a lot of violence in my family, okay? But she would fight me, right? And I mean, I was the baby, but I was heavier, a little heavier, right? And I was always heavy-handed, okay? And so most of the times, you know, I know this is petty or whatever, but most of the times I won Collective, okay? But she would get me. Those sneak attacks were vicious, okay? Vicious. I still have a couple marks, bite marks, all kinds of shit on me, okay? But I endured that for many years of my life, just being attacked by my sister, right? In addition to all the other crazy shit I had to endure, right? And my twin, he's endured a hell of a lot. I'm not even going to speak about it, okay? But she manipulated him into sleeping with her. And mind you, he had some sex addictions, okay? Okay, so there's poisoning, there's sleeping with your family, right? There's love bombing, there's extreme slander and defamation, okay? There's video recordings, secret sexual video recordings placed on the dark web, right? I believe there's a secret marriage, a false marriage to me somewhere, okay? I also believe that there was or is an insurance policy. So he put a hit on my head, okay? They've been doing magic on me, all kinds of stuff, right? And that's just the tip of the iceberg, okay? He put me on the radar, okay, to many secret societies, okay? They've sent several hitmen to me. They've tried to abduct me and my child, okay? Possibly, my daughter does not reside with me right now, right? But they've been working on my daughter to come against me, right? But I love my daughter, okay? I'm not a perfect mom, but my love for her is perfect, and for my children, okay? Yeah, that's just the tip of the iceberg, okay? But, you know, they done mess with my home, all kinds of shit coming into my home. I got fucking cameras and the smoke detectors. They sent the electrician in here. They put a listening device in my dryer. Y'all, this is crazy shit. One time I kept saying, where the hell are all these cobwebs coming from around my home, right? So that was some magic they were doing as well, right? But there was a spider cam up at my kitchen window, okay? I mean, all kinds of shit. Got neighbors watching me. It's like I'm in fucking Beirut, okay? But I'm being held here right now. There's something I have to clear, okay? Before I get out of here. Me and my baby, okay? My daughter, I'll talk to her. If she want to go, I'm always there for her. If not, I'm going to look out for her, okay? But and all of that, right? And with that pain he had in his heart. But also, he and I knew that, you know, when we got together, it was special, right? Even though we didn't do much, but shit, it was special, okay? But there were so many people who did not want to see this, right? Because there was a lot of money attached to this man, okay? A lot of money, as well as a lot of wealth attached to the union, okay? Because whether he knew it or not, I was the freaking brains, okay? And I am, okay? And they could see the specialness. My sister would always observe us when we were younger, okay? She dated his brother, but that didn't work out, so she wound up dating his friend, right? But she would always observe us. I don't remember most of these things that happened, things we talked about, right? But she remembered just about everything. Okay, so she was always envious of the relationship that we had, okay? And these people came in, they knew he was very vulnerable and that he had addictions, right? They came in and they manipulated him. They manipulated him. They were doing magic over both of us, and he was doing magic over me, and half the fucking nation, now half the fucking state, and is doing magic over me, okay? And they keep coming for me, okay? So this is a hard message for me. But I want to let you know, okay, that I acknowledge you as being my twin, okay? I acknowledge the pain that we both put ourselves through each other, right? I think it's imperative that I formally say I forgive you, okay, on this video. I do forgive you. It has been very difficult, okay? I admit that I don't want anything else to do with you ever again in life, okay? Not even in the next life. That's over. I already talked to my ancestors about that, right? But this is for you, because I feel I've healed from it. I just need justice. I need justice for everything that is still occurring and has occurred in my life, okay? I know you got with my sister to put hits out on me. I know you got with your wife to put hits out on me. I know you got up with the three, right? To put hits on me. My so-called co-worker lying about they slept with me. Your homeboy lying saying they slept with me. Lying saying I did this and I got that. They're all lies. I can only imagine how you might feel right now because you know the truth. I can imagine the heaviness of the shame that you feel. Okay, so this is why I'm being prompted to make this video. Okay? I don't know what's going on in your head right now. But chill. Take a chill, right? I forgive you. I'm just asking that you move forward. Move on with your life. Okay? And first and foremost, do what's right. You know what's right, right? And I don't fully blame you because I know that your willpower in terms of this life wasn't strong. And I'm saying this life because I don't want to put too much information out there in terms of your business, okay? So it's difficult learning to trust yourself, right? Difficult learning to believe in yourself and stand on it, okay? I can relate to that because I know what it's like to live your life, many years of your life in fear. Fear to speak when you have so much to say, right? So I want to thank you, right? Because this whole event helped trigger me, you know, to the point where it was like, hey, I'm going to say what the fuck I got to say, and I don't care who likes it, okay? And it's like these people that you placed on me, on my tail, right? They think life would be easier and better if I was gone, okay? That's what they think, but they're sadly mistaken, okay? Your whole world will crumble, okay? So stop what you're doing. Stop coming for me. You're going to destroy everything that you love. I promise you. And to my twin, I know you were afraid and that you are. This is an encouragement for you to go within, speak with the divine, speak your truth, and do what is right. I don't hate you, fallen twin. I hate what you've become. Thank you. Collective, if you liked the video. Oh, you know what? No, I wanted to pull one card, y'all. Give me one card. Wait a minute. And, oh shit, I almost slipped. And not one on the top, one on the bottom. Okay? Archangel Michael, please give us the message based on why, or whatever you want to say, Archangel Michael. Damn, y'all. I don't know. I ain't going into a read, okay? It's jackpot in the reverse, okay? On the bottom of the deck, damn, y'all, we got in the eye of the storm. All right, collective, I appreciate you. If you like the video, like the video.